morning children, welcome to your physics class. Last class we discussed or we studied how velocity time relation is derived. We got the result as V equal to U plus AT. Dear children, today we are going to learn next equation of motion, that is position time relation. You can see position time relation. This position time relation is S equal to ut plus half a t square. So what is position time relation? S equal to ut plus half a t square. The symbols all you know. We are considering an object traveling in a straight line with a uniform acceleration. We consider an object traveling in a straight line with a uniform acceleration. Acceleration represented by which symbol? A, meter per second square. We are depending on a velocity time graph to derive this relation. So we have a velocity time graph. Last class I have already drawn it and used. Now I will show how which is drawing. So we have a in velocity time graph, O is the origin and this is time axis. So we have a velocity time graph, O origin of the graph, time axis is which axis? Time axis S axis. Then this is which axis? Y axis. There we are taking velocity. Then here also object is not started from rest. So initial velocity not 0. So we have to start little up on y axis. Then as time changes, velocity increases gradually. So we have AB is the graph. So at the maximum point here, V represents the maximum velocity. Then we have to draw perpendicular towards y axis and x axis. Perpendicular using dotted line. Using dotted line, you have to draw perpendicular. So this solid line only represents a graph. Here what is graph? AB is the graph we have. Then remaining for deriving this derivation only we are using perpendiculars. Using dotted line. This is all we have to use a dotted line. Dotted line. AB only solid line we have. Then you have to draw here also a dotted line which is parallel to which axis? S axis. Then this point we mark as D. Then here C we have. So dear children, like the previous derivation, from the graph we have from the graph initial velocity. U what will be initial velocity here? OA, initial velocity, which is also equal to DC. So U initial velocity, or since I introduced in last class, I am not writing here. U represent initial velocity, OA and DC are equal. Then next what will be? From the graph we have final velocity. V final velocity. What is final velocity here? BC. BC and OE equal only, or EO both equal only. So we are usually using this BC only. So BC final velocity. Then time interval what will be? Time interval from the graph. What is time interval dear children? OC is time interval. OC is time interval. It is also equal to here AD. Why? Because here object is starting from A only. According to this graph, A is velocity axis starting from A to B only. Then time is OC, which is equal to AD. So is it clear? U initial velocity is OA equal to DC. Then V final velocity DC. T time interval to change velocity from U to V. T is OC. It is equal to AD from the graph. Then this data is enough for calculating. Then already we know acceleration represented by A acceleration. Then distance traveled S, distance traveled or magnitude of displacement. From the graph, this many data we have to use U initial velocity, V final velocity, T time taken, A acceleration, S distance traveled. So dear children, we are collecting this data from the graph only. Then next we are starting from the graph. From the graph we have BC equal to, BC is what? Final velocity equal to BD plus DC. This already we started. Then we have BD, what will be? This is B. This is DC is what? DC from the graph we have what will be DC initial velocity. Then BD. Then we will get a BD equal to V minus U change in velocity. BD is change in velocity. So we can write it directly. I have already learned the previous derivation. BD change in velocity. Change in velocity. So this much data enough to use for this derivation. Then we are starting from the graph. From the graph, we have area under the graph we are considering. Area under the graph. That is the shaded area. Area under the graph. I just shaded to show this area only. This area under the graph gives distance traveled. So S equal to area enclosed within the graph. Area enclosed within the graph. Area, what area then? OA, BC. So area enclosed within the graph. Below the graph gives OA, BC. This is what we have S, distance traveled. This already we learned. Area under the graph, below the graph gives distance traveled or magnitude of displacement. Then we have S equal to area OABC. This area how will you find out? This area is trapezoidal. It is trapezoidal. But here we will split into two geometric figures. One is rectangular. This is what we have, rectangular. Then this is a triangle. So we have area of rectangle. Area of rectangle. OA DC plus area of triangle ADB. ABD or ADB. Anyway we can write it. So we divide it into two geometric figure. Area of rectangle plus area of triangle. What derivation we have to derive? S equal to ut plus half at square. So remember this data. Again we don't want this graph. So since S equal to area of rectangle, what will be? L into B plus area of triangle, what will be? Half BH. Half BH. S equal to, what is their length from the graph? We have what is length. You can, when you see the graph, what will be length? You can see AD length. So L is length of the rectangle AD. Then or OC we can take it. AD or OC both equal. AD is length. Then otherwise OC we can write it. Both equal. AD or OC. Then breadth, what will be? Breadth OA. OA is breadth. This for a rectangle. For triangle, what are they? For triangle, breadth, what will be? Base. Here we have base. For rectangle, breadth and length. But this is not a breadth, it is base of the triangle. What is base of the triangle? According to the figure, it will be what? Base of the triangle. AD is the base of the triangle AD. Then is height or altitude. Altitude, what will be from the graph? BD is the altitude. To understand, I have put this symbol. This is for a rectangle. This is for a triangle. Here length of the rectangle OC, breadth of the rectangle OA. For triangle, base AD, height BD. Then we substitute this all here. We have OC into OA plus half. What will be next? Half AD into BD. AD into BD. Clear these steps? Length of the rectangle, breadth of the rectangle, base of the triangle, height of the triangle. The symbols already I told. What are the symbols we used? You can see previously OC is a time, then OA is initial velocity. So this part over. Already we started from the graph. OA is initial velocity. This is U only. This is time only. Then AD, what will be? AD also equal to OC. That is time only. AD also equal to OC. That is time only. So half T into. Then what about the BD? When we discuss about the BD, we have acceleration equal to change in velocity by time. Acceleration equal to change in velocity by time. Acceleration equal to change in velocity by time. A equal to, what is change in velocity? BD by T. Then BD equal to AT. This step we are using. So acceleration equal to change in velocity by time. A equal to BD by T. BD equal to A into T. This is what we are using. By cross multiplication we will get AD. Here we have A equal to BD by T. Then BD equal to A into T. So instead of BD, what we can put? AT. So when this complete, S equal to UT plus U into T, UT plus half A T into T square. This is which relation? This is position time relation. This is which relation? Position time relation. So we are starting from here S equal to L into B plus half Vh. Then we are substituting length, breadth, then base, height from the graph. This you can see from the graph. Then according to symbols we used, OC time only, OA initial velocity, AD is time. Similarly, BD equal to AT. This is already previous equation you learned. BD equal to AT. Then we substitute S equal to UT plus half AT square. This one more time now I got A equal to isolation equal to change in velocity by time. Then A equal to BD by T. By multiplying cross multiplication we get BD equal to AT. That we substituted here. BD equal to AT. Then we have S equal to UT plus half AT square. This is which relation? Position time relation. This is a position time relation. So dear children, I hope everybody understand this derivation. Until you learn, I suggest minimum 5 times with the graph you have to write and study. I suggest minimum 5 times. Every time I am telling 3 only, but today I am telling 5 times because this is a very important derivation. All the sums you can expect. 3 equations and their derivations we are learning in these classes. Already one I taught in last class. So today we are learning one more derivation. Then after one more will be coming next class. Thank you children.